It appears that Maeve's desire to keep Gina away from Eddie stems from her false sense of pride. The Harrigan grandmother believes Eddie deserves someone deserving of his upbringing since she has an old-fashioned, royalty/nobility mentality, which Maeve has further exaggerated in her mind. She is not a suitable consort for Eddie because she is the daughter of one of the Harrigans' laborers. Furthermore, there is no reason why Maeve would permit his daughter to become close to her grandson, who is aware of all of her secrets, since she has zero faith in Harry Da Souza. It seems sense that Maeve wouldn't want Gina to become any closer to the Harrigans' inner circle than Harry already is, as she has already planted the seeds that Harry is a traitor in order to confuse Conrad. In addition to their intelligence and insight, Harry and Gina are the kind of people the cunning Maeve would prefer to keep at a distance. Harry's teenage daughter Gina Da Souza was stranded in the Harrigans' manor when the war between the two families officially began, and Eddie's narcissism was unable to drive her away. Though she could see through Eddie's humorously incompetent attempts to act compassionate in order to lure her, she found comfort in his embrace in her dread and indignation at effectively being forced into captivity. But in Mobland's episode 9, Maeve makes it plain that she does not want Gina near her cherished grandchild, raising doubts about the nature of her own bond with him. Maeve may have a more profound motivation for preventing Gina from seeing Eddie, though. Maeve's energy with her grandson has felt odd ever since she took cocaine out of her bra to share with him, especially when it was revealed that Maeve was responsible for Eddie's manipulation. Afterwards, at a particularly awkward dinner scene at the end of episode 9, Maeve placed her hand on Eddie's knee while giving Alice advice on how to deal with guys. The audience seems to be lacking important details regarding Eddie and Maeve's relationship. There has been a vague suggestion that Maeve is inappropriately infatuated with her grandson, but no background or explanation has been provided to support that. In any case, their relationship is much more complicated than a grandmother merely taking care of her only grandson. It could be interpreted as a simple illustration of Maeve Harrigan's genuine instability. At the dinner mentioned earlier, it is revealed that Eddie confirmed everything Maeve had been planning to his grandfather, who had many of his own suspicions to begin with. Maeve has apparently looked out for Eddie at every turn, so it seems odd that he would give up his biggest advocate just because Conrad twisted his arm a little. Episode 9 begins with Conrad confronting Eddie in his room as he is waking up. Nonetheless, some information is revealed in the brief scene where Eddie asks the dog which of them is having a worse time. Eddie feels totally stuck in his current predicament, torn between his grandfather and grandmother, just as the dog was penned up. Even though Maeve seemed to care about him, his dread of Conrad probably overshadowed his allegiance there. He's grown up being told the myth of Conrad, the dread, 100 guns, Harrigan, London's most feared crime boss. If Conrad makes a demand, that takes precedence for Eddie because he knows what happens if he refuses.